So I observed myself in real time and how my ego can react when it feels a certain type of way. And I have realized that I have an immature ego. I didn't even realize that my mentor told me that I have a immature ego. And I watched it operate in real time. It's a bittersweet moment in that because, someone can tell you about yourself, right? But you're unconscious of it. So it's like, oh, okay, I'll remember that, but how does it come out? And so again, it's a bittersweet moment because it's like, yes, now I know what to look for. And now I have some type of experience that I can remember so that I know what to work on. And the bitter part of it is like, damn, I thought I was growing. I thought I was, so it's like you deal with the duality of a situation. And I put this expectation on myself, and I internalized a lot of spiritual teachings to the point where I find it challenging to love myself while observing how my ego operates. And normally when I observe my behavior and I'm not proud of it, I would seek a way to soothe. So like external validation would be my fix. And I have been training myself to turn within, turn and talk to my spirit when I am feeling how I'm feeling in that moment, like when I feel bad. And my spirit said that's how you build self-love. When you can observe how you operate and turn within to talk to yourself about it. Because over time, you rely on yourself to soothe. You don't rely on anything outside of you. You don't rely on people, places, or things or substances to soothe whatever you're dealing with, right? And when Spirit told me that, it made a lot of sense. Because every time when you reach outside of yourself to soothe, you reinforce the self-hate that you have. Especially if you are on this journey and you are recognizing your patterns and you trying so hard to cycle out of them. You're trying so hard to break the pattern. You're trying so hard. But you're going to have moments where you fall in again until you're able to recognize it before it happens. And for me, again, I'm still learning myself about this whole thing, but for me, it's like it has to happen a couple of times, especially if you were unconscious about a behavior and then someone brings it to your attention, or God somehow mirrors it back to you so you know. And because it's a habit, it's something you got to work on over time. And for some people, they could break it overnight. Congratulations, Merry Christmas. But when it comes down to addiction and obsession, it takes a minute. And every time when you make a mistake Or if you backpedal a little bit, it's in those moments where you would normally, again, beat yourself up, external validation, whatever your fix is to soothe yourself after that, turn within. And I've been learning this from my mentor. She's been teaching me to turn within, turn within, turn within. Stop going outside of yourself. Stop going outside of yourself. And every time you turn within, you're going to dig up diamonds that the outside world wouldn't have been able to help you discover. Like, I wouldn't have come up with that if I didn't talk to myself. And to repeat what I learned from myself is that that's how you build self-love. It's a mind fuck, right? Because it's like, so I keep making these mistakes, until you learn how to stop them, or you cycle out of them, however you want to put it, until you change them, and you keep learning, and you give yourself that grace and that patience. Every time you soothe yourself, you build self-love in that way. When the old you would have, again, taken this as a deep loss and would have beaten yourself up for it, especially if you're a perfectionist. That inner critic, girl, that inner critic is a motherfucker, I tell you.